This is Sky with Politics NY. Schneps Media is asking each candidate running for New York City office this year 3 questions in 3 minutes. And right now, I'm with Arthur Schwartz. He's running for New York City Council District 3, that's on the lower west side of Manhattan. And we're here with him right now. Arthur, tell us about yourself a little bit and why you're seeking that council seat.
I am somebody who grew up in New York City. I grew up in the Bronx, moved to Manhattan when I became a student at Columbia University, and became a labor and civil rights lawyer around 1980. So I've been doing that work for over 40 years. In the 1990s, I got active. I had children. I've raised 4 children, or I'm still raising 2 of them, and got active in local community matters because I wanted to clean up parks and playgrounds. And that somehow led me to running for Democratic District Leader, which I've been for most of the last 25 years in the village. And so I think who I am is a vocal, loud, fierce activist who's been active since the 1960s, who brings to a city council race a level of accomplishment and activity and perspective that none of the other candidates have. And I'm talking about 53 years of activity as a political activist in the city. I'm talking about being a successful lawyer who most recently was able to get full service restored on the F and the C line, who had a press conference on the corner of 14th and 6th 2 weeks ago with Chuck Schumer to celebrate getting 6 new elevators for people with disabilities. You know, I'm somebody who does macro things, but I also do micro things like helping a 98-year-old woman named Vija Vetra get her Social Security benefits back, or helping a store on 24th Street figure out how to open post-pandemic and get financing for his reopening. So I think that I'm the only candidate really that has that breadth of activity, that has a record of accomplishment. Like, as someone had said to me, one of my friends who's not even necessarily committed to voting for me or doesn't want to put his name down, but he said, the other candidates say, this is what I'm gonna do. And you can really say, this is what I have done.
So, Arthur, why run now? You have so much experience under your belt. Why run for city council now?
You know, that's a great question, because it wasn't my goal or intention. I've hit a point. I have my 3rd kid going to college. You know, I have 1 more to go. I have a successful law practice. Nobody wants to run against me for district leader. I'm the law chair of the Democratic Party in Manhattan, so I don't need another office. But I got so annoyed last year with the leaderlessness of the city, both around the pandemic and then around the city budget last year, and the response of the police and the antagonisms between the Black and Hispanic community and demonstrators and the police department, and the fact that there was nobody I felt like we lived in a rudderless city. So I decided, you know what, put my money where my mouth is, run for city council. It's such an extremely local position, but that can have so much impact. And I just decided to go for it.
So now, Arthur, tell us something fun or interesting about yourself that maybe people don't know about you or that hasn't come up on an interview in the past.
I'm a fish person, not a fish eating person. I have fish that have been alive for 7 or 8 years. I can put my hand in the tank and pet my fish. They are so connected to me. I mean, literally, I can put my hand in and they come up and I can stroke them. And I've learned how to raise fish, tropical fish, so they don't die. And I've grown them quite large, and I feed them every day. And you would think that I was like their savior.
I really think that that could make you a sensation on TikTok if you could have a video of you petting your fish.
Great idea, because I've talked to my 15-year-old. You know, she was saying, well, what social media are you doing, Dad? And I was like, well, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But I said to her, but you know, some people are telling me I have to do TikTok. And she rolled her eyes at me. But that's a very good idea.
There you go. Okay, we'll wait for the video and we will post it on Politics NY as part of Schneps Media. So thank you, Arthur. We'll wait for that TikTok video. And I'm Sky with Politics NY.